Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Turn Zero Loss. Today we are going over arguably the most broken color in this entire set for Phyrexia. All will be one. Green. It is
green. Why does green keep doing this?
Why does it hurt me like this?
like I love some of these cards, but like, come on, green, stop.
Green's got no chill.
It's got no chill. Everything has supreme upside, and I don't understand it. There is no downside in playing green. Unfortunately, I had to pick two of my favorites, but I do have two. These are two of my favorites, and they are going into my next deck I'm probably building. The first one is, and it's probably going to be one of the chase rares of this set, is Venerated Rot Priest. It is 1 green. Creature for Phyrexian Druid. Toxic 1. Whenever a creature you control becomes a target of a spell, target opponent gets a poison counter.
Who made this card?
It's a 1/2.
Who made this card?
This card is bonkers.
I can't believe this got printed in a standard set. No, printed at rare at that. Like, just what the flying fuckaroo is this?
Like it dies to removal, yes. But what the hell?
Eli, just imagine if your Zada deck could have this card in it.
Oh yeah, if Zada would love this deck. Like this card would slot perfectly into Zada. It would be the win con. I'd find this and put it in there.
It's a 1-drop.
Yeah. It's just insanity.
Like when this got spoiled and I showed it to Sherry and David, we were like, what the hell? How did this get printed? Who made this? Why is this a thing? I want it.
Yeah, I want it, but I absolutely hate it. Like, why am I being made to have it, and why is it going to be $30?
This card's going to be $50.
Yeah.
This is a non-legendary creature with supreme upside. This is going in every green deck that it can.
Yeah.
Because you always target your creatures, even if it's unintentionally. Because this is you targeting or your opponent's targeting.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter.
This is absurd value.
Yeah.
And that's any creature.
You know, the damning thing is, this probably still isn't the worst card in the set. It's bad. It's really bad, but it's there might be.
I will disagree with that. I think this will get banned. I don't think this is a question of if. I think this will get banned in multiple formats. It's too good at what it does.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. But you're gonna love it while you still have it in standard, right?
I don't play standard, so I don't.
If you did, you would though, wouldn't you?
Yes. Yeah.
If I played standard.
Yeah.
This would have to be a hit, and then the people that are going to pick this up in Pioneer and Modern are going to be like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
This will likely see. I can imagine a deck sprouting up around this in Legacy, just because Legacy has such good options.
Yeah. This card is very much. I think it is Legacy viable. Like, we've gone on about this enough. This card's stupid. Why?
It's still one of my favorites, though. It's so. I want to build a deck around. It's so bad.
Would target with Lightning Bolt.
You still get a poison.
You still get the counter.
I don't care.
Okay, the other one is not quite as bad, but still indicative of how pushed green is in this set. Bloated Contaminator. 2 generic and a green with trample, toxic 1. Whenever Bloated Contaminator deals combat damage to a player, proliferate. It is a 4/4.
That 3-mana 4/4 trampler with toxic.
And proliferate.
And proliferate.
This is like I get it that it's rare, so like you're not gonna see too many of them. But like, what?
This card is just.
This is a $15 card minimum.
At minimum, yeah. It could reach 20 or 25 very easily.
This is another one of those cards that if you crack it during sealed, you're probably gonna pick it up just because it's easy and it will get the job done pretty quickly.
It slots into any deck you want. It's super easy to cast. Like, insanity.
Also note that it gives itself toxic too because of the way that toxic is worded. So the combat damage happens, and they also get the
The
poison
proliferate.
counter,
Yeah.
and then the proliferate trigger happens.
Yeah, this card is
It's bloated.
it's bloated. Yeah, that's the perfect word for it. It's bloated and it contaminates everything it touches.
My God.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Nutty. So
David, how about you speak on yours?
Oh, yeah, I sure will. So the first one I want to call out, it was a different one, but I just changed it because I thought it was funny, and I'm gonna play it in at least a couple decks. The first one is Tyrannax Rex. It is a 7 mana, 4 green creature, Phyrexian dinosaur, 8/8 for the record. That is 8/8 for 7 mana. Just making sure we're passing the quest. The spell cannot be countered. It has trample, ward 4, haste, and toxic 4. This card is hilarious.
Still not as good as Colossal Dreadmaw.
I know it's not. Colossal Dreadmaw is so much better than this card.
By 1 mana.
By 1 mana. God. No, in all seriousness though, like this is the definition of a Timmy card. It's splashy, it's big, it has all the effects, and it's just ridiculous. This card is absurd.
Soup.
It's Questing Beast too. Electric Boogaloo.
You guys want to hear something kind of crazy? This is almost a French vanilla card.
Almost.
If it didn't have the spell cannot be countered, it's technically a French vanilla card.
Yeah. And you know what the most damning part about it is? I still don't think this card is top 3 in green.
No, it's this is not even Elder Gargaroth territory.
Yeah, this is just like, it's just a big dumb creature. It's a really strong big dumb creature, but it's not Elder Gargaroth or even Questing Beast for that matter. Mm-hmm. But it's certainly very good, and I'll probably run it in my Galta deck because why wouldn't I? Power, man. I gotta get the power. All right, and my second card is a revision on one of my favorite effects in Commander. It is Noxious Assault. 3 green for a sorcery. Creatures you control gain +2/+2 until end of turn, and whenever a creature blocks this turn, its controller gets a poison counter.
This is a hard card to deal with.
Yeah.
This is a counter. You counter this card.
Yeah, this is a card that always gets hard countered if you can help it. This is basically
uncommon.
Yeah, uncommon at that. This is basically like a very much a wider version of Triumph of the Hordes.
Yes.
Because with Triumph, you try to go as tall as you can. With this card, you go as wide as possible. And you probably won't get the kill on the enemy player simply because they won't have enough to block with. But if you like stack up like 3 or 4 poison counters over the course of the game, and then swing with a bunch of, say, Phyrexian Mites, it could do some work.
Yeah, and then there's also the fact that if you can get something that you can manipulate blockers for somehow and pair that with this, you can outright just kill everybody in one swing.
And if these creatures have trample as well, they would get 2 poison counters, assuming that Toxic 1 is already on them.
Yes.
So...
You want to know something crazy? All you need is a lure effect.
Yeah. That's really all you need.
Good card. I like this one.
This could be in like a couple years a $10 uncommon.
Very easily.
This is Triumph of the Hordes territory.
I don't think it's as good as Triumph, but this I think it's very close, and it would probably be running a lot the same way. All right, Eli, you got some green cards, I assume, that you wanna go with.
I got some weird takes that people might be kind of like, why? But I don't care. So, my first one is Evolving Adaptive. It's 1 green, and Evolving Adaptive ends the battlefield with an oil counter on it. And it gets +1/+1 for each oil counter on it. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, if that creature has greater power or toughness than Evolving Adaptive, put in an oil counter on Evolving Adaptive. I love that card. It's very
This is
simple.
it's not evolution sage, but it's fathom sage, I think.
Yep.
But without evolve. This is so extra.
Yes. And I love it. It's so adorable because it's a 1 mana, and if you just get that out turn 1, it can progressively give you more value if you have the right power and toughness throughout your entire deck. It's just like, yeah, keep it going. Keep building that. Eventually it could become a problem. I don't know. It's a very simple card, and it's uncommon, very affordable. Give it to me. I want it.
Cute.
It's cute. This other one is less cute. This one we can talk a little more about because it has more. So, it's a Planeswalker. It's Nissa Ascended Animist. 3 green, Phyrexian green for Legendary Planeswalker Nissa. Starting loyalty is 7, but it has completed. So for each Phyrexian mana that you pay 2 life for, it enters with 2 fewer. So it can enter with up to, what's that, 3?
3, yeah.
Yeah, it could have down to 3 loyalty or up to the 7. It has the following abilities. +1, create an XX green Phyrexian horror creature token with X, where X is Nissa's loyalty. -1, destroy target artifact or enchantment. -7, until end of turn, creatures you control get +1/+1 for each forest you control and gain trample. It's a lot.
This is at minimum you getting a 4/4 on the ground.
Yes.
For 5 mana, 4 life.
Yes. Which isn't great. It's not a great rate for that, but
it's a plus ability that gives a blocker to
Correct.
your Planeswalker.
giving protecting your planeswalkers is very important. And planeswalkers that can protect themselves are even better. Bare minimum, I think I would probably cast this for 6 mana and 2 life. So then it would come in with 5, so then we get a 6/6 to protect it. And then a couple turns later, you'd have a couple 6/6s, and then you boost those guys by a lot.
Yeah, that alt is absolutely bonkers.
I'd say it could be better than Craterhoof if it wasn't 7 mana to cast this, and you lost.
I mean,
this.
Craterhoof is 8, but Craterhoof also gives trample.
This
Gives trample too.
It does? Oh, it does. Never mind. Okay, yeah, this is better than Craterhoof.
Yeah. So mono green decks love this card. If you can get it out there for its full mana cost and alt it right away, this is a finisher for sure. Because I think get enough creatures on board, have enough forest on board, you're gonna get there. This is a good way to finish the game.
Not to mention the -1 is no slouch either. Destroying target artifact or enchantment only at -1. Great rate.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Rips Nissa and lore, but
dude, it looks metal as shit.
Yeah.
She looks so cool.
Yeah.
This art is fucking metal, dude.
Yeah. Is this the best Planeswalker in the set? Because I think it is.
No.
Hey, really?
Really?
I think Vraska is a better Planeswalker.
I don't know, because like
Vraska doesn't outright win you the game.
Yeah, not in the same way this does, at least.
I think it's because it's 7 mana. It makes it much harder.
Vraska's to be had, but yeah.
I think Vraska giving you card advantage and just the potential of her alt is an I win. If likely you don't need Nissa to win the game in the strategy that you do. That's kind of like you don't need her. Mm-hmm. She just helps win.
That's fair, but I don't know. I think that we can just agree to disagree on this one.
I mean, would you need Critterhoof in that scenario then? Is the kind of the same question then?
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, I don't think this card is going to see
it's not gonna
format play.
It might not see hardly any,
except for
format.
Commander.
Yeah.
Yeah, this will absolutely see Commander play. Actual formats? No, I doubt it. It's just too much.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was looking through the rest of this set, and my God, Things get gross.
Yeah, green's got a lot of stuff going on with it in this set, and I don't know.
Conduit of Worlds.
Yeah.
Why? Why Conduit of Worlds? Why on earth does green get this specific effect that was once in play for every color in the game? Just because green can have another one of those.
Plus, with a black ability,
Yep.
Yeah.
being with a Yawgmoth's Will type. In fact, I get you can't cast any more spells this turn. It's the sorcery, but
That's still powerful.
Still crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the fact that you just tap it, so you can do that the turn that comes in.
Yeah,
Think
there's no cost to it at all. Like, the only cost is you can't cast any spells, so you can't do it the turn it came in because you cast a spell that turn. So that, I guess that's a limitation, but if you're able to flash it in before your turn somehow, I don't know how you. There's plenty of ways to do it, but yeah, that's I don't know. This seems too much for a green card. Like, these should be two different cards.
Yeah. And it's also very telling that Green Sun's Twilight is the Twilight with easily the most amount of text on it.
Yeah.
Also, the one with the most amount of upside, and I think the only one so far that isn't two Pibs.
No, Black Sun is one.
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say, but you understand why I believe that it could have been.
Yeah, no, the card is insane. It's on the screen right now if you guys want to read it, but
Yep.
just whoa.
Wait, no, it's not.
Well,
It is
It must
now.
be.
Sure.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
It's on the screen right now.
screen literally just entered the screen this instant. But yeah, this card, what the actual hell is this? It's weird that Zapandrel is like one of the weaker gods, but I don't think that does anything to offset the grossness that green has to offer here.
No. Because
The fact that it says is it reveal X cards +1 of your library, choose a creature card and
or
that's and I'm like, you can choose both, and then if it's 5 or more,
they just go to the battlefield.
which you're casting that for 5 or more.
always.
Yeah.
Just
It's a big spell. You're going to be casting it for that.
It's insane. This card is bonkers. Green is bonkers. Wizards, what are you doing?
Stop it. Stop making green.
I love green, but this is too much.
I think the since card I'm about to say is actually the epitome of what green should not be doing. But it has a green ability within it. It's expand the sphere.
Oh yes, absolutely.
It's 3 generic and a green sorcery. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. Put up to 2 land cards from among them onto the battlefield, and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. If you put fewer than 2 lands onto the battlefield this way, proliferate the number of times equal to the difference. Listen,
Nuts.
I can understand having them do combat and then you proliferate, even though I don't think green should be proliferating at all. I understand. But doing that as purely a spell card is not in green's color pie.
It's not in the color pie. It's too powerful for what green wants to do. It's just, it's already a useful effect, digging through the deck and finding cards and putting your hand. Like, that's already a very strong thing to do. Like, why do they insist on doing this?
If only those lands were basics that entered the battlefield tapped.
No, it is any basic.
Any basic.
It's any land.
Or any land.
Any land,
Yes.
yeah. That's crazy to me. Like, you could hit Strip Mine and Field of the Dead so easily with that.
Yep.
Like, just... we can save this more for the actual set discussion, but yeah. Green's gross. That's all you have to say.
Also, I would also like to point out, they have printed Sylvan Scrying with upside now. Or almost Sylvan, with Thirsting Roots.
Yeah.
Is 1 green sorcery, choose 1. Choose 1. Search your library for a basic land card, reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle. Or proliferate. Why does green get 1 and proliferate? Even blue doesn't have it at that rate.
I'll defend this card a little bit because it only finds a basic land. Sylvan Scrying finds any land.
That's fair. But
yeah, why does it get proliferate? That's just too much.
1 to proliferate.
Yeah.
Blue
Amazing.
is arguably the most proliferatable color, and they have to even do combat damage for most of their stuff.
Yeah. Like Notorious
Wizards.
combo piece Thrumming Bird needs to hit before it can do its combo-y things. And yet there are multiple cards in green that just say proliferate in addition to other effects.
Also, why does green get like 2 indestructible creatures?
I don't know.
Oh, and almost exclusively better than regrowth. Unnatural restoration. 1 in a green. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand and proliferate.
Proliferate, yay.
So, yeah.
Actually, I think I have the card that's the epitome of the problem with green. Viral Spawning. 2 and a green. Create a 3/3 green Phyrexian Beast token with Toxic 1. Corrupted. As long as the opponent has 3 or more poison counters, Viral Spawning is it, and Viral Spawning is in your graveyard. It has Flashback 2 and a green.
Whack.
Yeah. We could go on all day. I think we should, however, move on.
Yeah, let's wrap it up here.
Well, thank you for doing this slog with us. We knew green was going to get us was going to ruffle our feathers a little bit. Please tune in for our review on multi artifacts and lands in our next video. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
See ya.